Welcome to Lesson 76, Comparing Fractions by Converting to Decimal Form. Our objective is I can compare fractions by converting each fraction to decimal form. So that's what we're going to do. Convert each fraction to decimal form and then compare them. I remember that my denominator goes on the outside and the numerator goes on the inside. I'm going to need, 5 doesn't go into 3, so I need to add a decimal and a 0. 5 does go into 30, it goes into it 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. And I have no remainder, so I can stop. I'm going to pop up that decimal and I'm done. So this one on the left is going to be 0.6. How about the one on the right? The numerator goes on the inside, the denominator goes on the outside. Looks like 8 can't go into 5, so I need to add a decimal and a 0. 8 can go into 50, and it'll go into 50 6 times. 6 times 8 is 48. And I'll subtract and have 2 left over. Bring down a 0. 8 goes into 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. Have 4 left over. Bring down another 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. And I have no remainder. Great! So I'm done. I just pop up that decimal. So I now have 0.625. Well, which one's bigger? This one, of course, the one on the right, because it has 0.625 is bigger than 0.6. So we can say that 5/8 is bigger than 3/5. Or from reading from left to right, 3/5 is less than 5/8. Go ahead and pause the video and try this one on your own. Okay, now that you've done that, let's do them together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 on the inside, 20 on the outside. 3 can go into 30 one time. 1 times 20 is 20. And I'll have 10 left over. 20 can't go into 10, so I have to add a 0 and drop it down. 20 goes into 100 5 times. 5 times 20 is 100. And I have no leftovers, so I'm all done. Now I can pop up the decimal and I'll get 0.15. Let's do the same thing over here. 8 can't go into 1, so I need to add a 0. 8 can go into 10 2 times. 2 times 8. Oh, I'm sorry, 1. 8 can go into 10 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. I'll have 2 left over. 8 can go into 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. I'll have 4 left over. 8 can go into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. I'll have 0 left over. Pop up the decimal. That means that this one on the right will become 0.125. Which one's bigger? Well, we go one place at a time. The ones are the same, and then this 5 is bigger than the 2. So the decimal on the left is bigger. So 3/20 is greater than 1/8. Let's go ahead and try this one. 4 goes on the outside, 3 goes on the inside. I need to add 1. Use a 7. 7 times 4 is 28. I'll have 2 left over. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Pop up the decimal. Make that left one 0.75. And we already have a decimal on the right, so I can just compare them. So go to the first thing. It's a 7, so they're the same. Go to the second thing. Since there's nothing here on the one on the right, I'll just put a 0 there. 5 is bigger than 0. So 3/4 is bigger than 0.7. Go ahead and try this last one on your own. Okay, now that you've done that, let's do this last one together. 8 can't go into 3, but it can go into 30. 3 times 8 is 24. I'll have 6 left over. Have to add another 0. 8 goes into 60. Ooh, great question. Let's see, 5 is 40, 6 is 48, 7 is 56, so 7 times 8 is 56. Have 4 left over. Drop this final 0. 8 goes to 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. I'll have 0 leftovers. Pop up the decimal, and we'll make this left decimal 0.375. Now we need to compare to 0.325. We'll do it one place at a time. The 3's are the same. The 7 is bigger. 7 is bigger than 2, so 3/8 is greater than 0.325. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.